We have with us Mr. Mihir Modi, CFO of Zee Entertainment. First and foremost, thanks for talking to BloombergQuint, and congrats for a great quarter. Can you run us through some of the financial highlights for this quarter?
Sure, thank you very much. So we are very satisfied with the quarter that we delivered. If I just break that down, let me start right at the bottom with the EBITDA. I think at the end of the fourth quarter now, our full year EBITDA is 1,926 crore, which we delivered an EBITDA margin of 29.9%. And that is a whopping 27% growth over the last year. So very satisfying EBITDA performance in a period which was a difficult period because of demonetization. So let me get into how the demonetization impacted us and what our performance has been in that context. So our total revenue for the quarter and the ad revenue for the quarter were flat. But we need to get into the details of that. There is some element of demonetization impact in there, and and then there is an international degrowth of revenue as well. Our domestic ad revenue though has grown at 8%, and in a quarter affected by demonetization, where the market was from flat to slightly negative. We think 8% has been a good kind of a performance that we've delivered on the quarter's ad revenue side. If I look at the subscription revenues has shown a degrowth this quarter, but that is partly because of the lumpiness that comes in any subscription revenue. So last year in the fourth quarter, we had a lot of catch-up revenue, and therefore this year in the fourth quarter, it is showing a degrowth. So the best way to look at subscription revenues on a full year basis. Full year, we've reported a 10% growth on subscription revenue line item, and our domestic subscription revenues, particularly when I take out sports, because that makes it uncomparable. So without sports, to make a like-to-like comparison, it is north of 13.5% domestic subscription growth. So overall, good quarter and a good full year to report.
Great. So I think you got into the demonetization bit, which was the second question that I had. But nevertheless, what kind of impact did you see on account of the sports business, being sold off on your ad revenue and the subscription revenue that you had?
So indeed, the ad revenue showed a little more degrowth, particularly because last year we had an ICC event and we had Asia Cup in the fourth quarter. And this year, while we didn't have those events in the first 2 months of the quarter, which is January and February, at the end of February, at the beginning of March, we sold off our sports business. So to that extent, yes, the ad revenues saw a dip because of the sheer lumpiness of the sports event related businesses. On the subscription side also, clearly we had 1 month less of subscription revenues because sports went out. And therefore that's the impact that you are seeing in the reported numbers. But as soon as you strip that out, we are seeing a good like-to-like growth. For the full year, this FY17, we had more than 600 crore of sports revenue, which will not be there next year. So that's something that we'll have to factor in as we go further.